everybody. Woohoo! Hello, hello. So many people coming in. So happy to see you all. Thank you so much for being here today. And I am delighted to see a room full of so many people. So hello, of course, to our artists, Lisset and Judith and Elise, who are with us today. Hello to Aaron Geyer, who is running the tech. Hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live. A giant welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Thank you for joining us on this happy Saturday in March, in the middle of Women's History Month celebration. Hello to Becky in Vancouver and Deborah in Kentucky, Candace in Maryland, Fred in Maryland, Susan in Ohio, Arlene in California, Busy in Maryland, and Sarah in Texas, Dick from the Getting Higher Choir, nice to see you. Brian, glad you're here today. Dennis on guitar, also coming in from BC, nice to see you. Hello, Sheila in Florida, Rosalie in Michigan. Julia, glad you're here today. And thank you so much also for helping run the tech. Kathy, hello, nice to have you with us today, coming in from Virginia. Hello, Susan, nice to have you today. And Anna in Maryland, Renata in Wisconsin. Gay, hello. Mabel in Mass. Carolyn in Idaho with snazzy glasses on, I love it. Hello, Karen in Arizona. Storm in Mass. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello, Sue in California. Bonnie in Idaho. Lisa in Indiana. Hello, Isabel with another hat. I love your hat collection. Hello, Margarita. Nice to have you with us today. Hello to Julie. Nice to have you. Susan in Seattle. Anne, hello. Nice to have you with us today. Deli in Maryland. Kevin in New Hampshire. From Joe in New Hampshire, at least for another 2 hours. Hello, Jenny in Victoria. Nancy's Washington Cow. Hello to Fran and Dale in Colorado. Luda in Victoria without Mark yet, but we're wishing him well. Hello, Anne in Maryland. Pete in Florida. Glad you're back. Nice to see you today. Trish, good to have you in BC. Greg Lewis, hello, nice to see you coming in from Maryland. James in Henniker, hey, that's tricky, so am I. Hey, Beth, nice to see you. Thanks for being here today. Lynn in Connecticut, Martha in Oregon, Tom in BC, Carolyn in DC. Aloysius, glad you're here today, and no looking at your screen, please. Jenny in Victoria, and let's see who else is here. Anybody that I missed? Toby in California, hello. And for folks off video, Sarah and Mary and Cricket and Gwen and Annette and Hindi and others still coming in the room. Thank you so much for being here today. We are so glad that you are all here. All of us in this space to sing together. How about if we all take a deep breath, because I need one. Ready? And 68 lovely, beautiful, smiling faces in the room is a perfect way to be anywhere on your Saturday, no matter where you are or what you're doing or what point of your day it is. I'm glad you all decided to come here and share in not one, but two special songs with Elise and her friends, Judith and Lisset. And I am gonna turn the floor over. Lyrics will be in the chat. My email, as always, in the chat if you need to reach me for anything or if you wanna get on our daily list. And Elise, I'm gonna turn the floor over to you. Let's all welcome Lisset, Judith, and Elise.
Good morning, everyone. We are in Tucker, Georgia, just on the outskirts of Atlanta. And I am so happy to be here as a trio. It's so rare to be able to sing live with other people. This is Judith Rodés and Lisset Rodés. They are from Cuba, and my partner Mick and I have been so fortunate to be in a bubble with them for the entire time. So we are the Quarantine Quartet. Mick is not with us today, so we're the trio of the Quarantine Quartet. And we're going to start with a song that I wrote that basically tried to imagine like if singing were everywhere. And the chorus goes like this. And if you have percussion at your house, it's super fun to play percussion on. So it says, singing is in our souls, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls. So here's the melody. Singing is in our souls, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls. Do that again. Singing is in our souls, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls. And with harmony. Singing is in our souls, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls. One more time. Singing is in our souls, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls. So you'll get to do that a bunch of times. That's the chorus, it'll come in. So here we go.
What if every session of Congress started with singing?
What if every day we greet started with singing?
Babies are born singing. When did we stop How did we stop? Why did we stop singing? 'Cause singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul.
And those harmonies.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul.
One more time.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls.
All right. Imagine computer programmers all singing. Students and teachers, janitors and principals all singing. Baseball, football, basketball, soccer, hockey, rugby teams all singing. Doctors, nurses, patients, and anesthesiologists all singing. Ready?
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul.
Sing it one more time.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls.
All right. Imagine the Supreme Court justices all singing
In the name of love.
Imagine a jury deliberating all singing.
Black Lives Matter.
Imagine CEOs and boardrooms together all singing for equal pay. Farmers in the field and workers in the factories all singing. I'm not reported. Sing it.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls. Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls.
One more time.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls.
All right, bring it down, bring it down. Imagine shy people singing. All those people who were told and believed that they could not sing. Imagine every child, every day in every school singing. A family sitting down, sharing a meal. Imagine you and me, all of we, imagine the whole world all singing. Let's sing it.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls.
Harmonies.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls.
Sing it one more time.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our souls.
Yeah. It changes the air around us. It changes the molecules in us. It changes you, changes me, changes everything. Let's
Cause singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul.
last time.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our body, singing is in our soul.
Woo!
Elise, please.
I could hear y'all. It sounded so good with all those harmonies. What did you say? 67 part harmony?
We 74 part harmony now. So
Nice.
yeah. So that was completely amazing and beautiful and so much great energy and so good to think about all of the different ways that we sing in all of the different circumstances. And when we don't have the music and maybe it would actually make things better. That's a really lovely thought. Elise, you and I were talking a little bit beforehand. Can you tell us a little bit more about the writing of that song and sort of what you've been thinking about it?
Well, that song actually, if I had known about the Daily Antidote back when I wrote it, it would be dedicated to the Daily Antidote because it feels like, you know, that's what's been happening for, what is it now?
30 some odd.
Oh my goodness, 300, I think 34 or something. Anyway, I was counting the other day. Days of singing. And, you know, what if Congress started not with the national anthem, but with a song that one of the Congress people or one of the people from their district suggested? And, you know, what if they had a daily antidote and brought in song leaders every day? Wouldn't that be like I think that things would be really different. I really do.
So I think that's actually totally true. And in fact, so James, who is here in Henniker with me, sometimes mentions how interesting it is to him that all of the different boards that I'm on, all of the different staff meetings I attend do start with a song, right? We come from this performing arts background and that's what we all do.
Yes.
And he sometimes jokes about him trying to initiate that in his own, sort of more formal business board meetings or more. And I love that idea and think that maybe at some point that is actually the way to go. So thank you for writing without even realizing it, a daily Antidote theme song. I think that you've completely picked the just right theme song for us. So can you tell us a little bit more about Judith and Lisset and the work that they're doing in their musical lives and what you all have been doing together?
Yes, so this is Judith and this is Lisset, and of course you've already heard that they're wonderful musicians. They are also elementary school Spanish teachers. They teach here in the local Decatur schools, and they are originally from Matanzas, Cuba, which is perhaps the most musical part of the island. Do you want to say something, Lisset, about Matanzas and
our lovely city, Matanzas, the mother of danzón, the mother of guaguancó, the mother of rumba, and many other cha-cha-cha, many other rhythms that were born in Cuba. So we are very proud.
And poets.
And poets and writers.
Painters,
artists in general. So we are very fortunate that we grew up surrounded by a beautiful ocean and bay and also a lot of art in the city. We have been outside of Cuba for a while, but still our parents live there and we go there and we have friends. And talking about Cuba, we still have an embargo with Cuba, and I don't think many of us think that it hasn't done anything to solve anything, either in Cuba or in our relationship and our family relationship. So if you have the chance to advocate for eliminating the embargo, it's something that is not going anywhere and really hurting the families there on top of the pandemic.
And Code Pink actually is working on that. So we can send a link to Joe for people, and it's a one-click thing where you can contact your senators and representatives to stop that embargo. Yeah.
So thank you, Erin. I'm going to ask if you can just find Code Pink and see if you can stick the link in there so that folks can grab it out of the chat today. Thank you for letting us know that this is a room full of folks who like to do things and who like to help and who like to be active. And so I bet that a lot of folks will actually take that link and work with it. So thank you for letting us know that.
Thank you in advance.
Yes. Can we hear a little bit about the band that you're in when you are in normal life?
Cubana Song?
Yeah, we are a group called Cubana Song, from music from around here in Atlanta, the area. And we are not playing right now live, unfortunately, but when we're ready to go back to normal life, we usually play in every opportunity we get.
Actually, you do have a gig in August, hopefully. Get Off the Grid is a totally solar run festival, and it's every 2 years, and it moves around the Southeast. And this coming August, it's going to be in East Ridge, right outside Chattanooga, Tennessee. And actually, Cubana Song is going to play on the main stage, and the Quarantine Quartet is going to play in the dance tent after I do a singing workshop. So anybody who's in the Chattanooga area or has their vaccines and is ready to travel in August, the Get Off the Grid Festival. And that's actually, maybe Erin can find that link too, or I can send it to you later. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, Erin, give us a thumbs up if you can find it. And did we also get Cubano Song in the a link? Great. Okay, so also the link to the band is in there if you want to check them out, so you'll know who you're going to hear when you make it to Tennessee in August. Elise, I think you said you have something coming up tomorrow.
Oh, yes, actually, there's a song list, a song collection put together by Lisa Littlebird and Melanie Demore from the West Coast. And it's songs, all of which were written since October. And they're all songs to sing in community and to uplift community and get us inspired. And so if you buy that collection, and it's very sliding scale, so it's affordable for everyone, you're invited to Zoom calls. And the one tomorrow I'm going to be on, and I'm sharing a song that actually I'm going to be trying out on everybody because it's really, really, really new. So yeah.
That's great.
Boots on the Ground, Skin on the Line is the name of the song collection. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern time.
That's great. Thank you. And Erin, did we find a link for that also or not yet? No. Okay. So
put it on the Rebels Facebook page.
okay, perfect. Thank you. So there's a daily Antidote of Song Facebook page for anybody who doesn't know it. You can join that. It's a Facebook group, and you can find it there. I think even if you haven't joined it, you can still see the stuff that's listed there. So go there to see if you can join Elise tomorrow. So can you tell us a little bit about song 2, since we're singing a different one on the way out, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, so this is a song from Cuba, and it's by
Teresita Fernandez.
She's a very important songwriter in Cuba. We grew up with her songs. She composed a lot of songs for children, and this one in particular is called Lo Feo, which means the ugly stuff,
The ugly things. How we can find beauty in the most insignificant thing in life.
Let's read the translation because the poetry is so beautiful. I think it's worth saying. So we'll trade off the translations. In an old wash basin, I planted violets for you. In an old wash basin, I planted violets for you. And since I was near the river, in an empty snail shell, I caught a morning star for you.
In a broken bottle, I kept a firefly for you. And an old fence, there was a coralillo vine curling and blooming for you.
Oh, garbage pile that no one wants to look at. But when the moon comes out, your tins can shine.
Tiny cockroach wings are carried to the anthill. When I die, that is the way that I want to be carried to the cemetery.
To the things we see as ugly, give them a little love, and you will see that sadness can change its color.
For you, Lo Feo, de Teresita Fernandez.
You can see that as many children's songs, it's definitely for all ages. So many levels to it.
En una palangana vieja sembré violetas para ti. En una palangana vieja sembré violetas para ti. Y estando cerca del río en un caracol vacío, cogí un lucero para ti. En una botella rota guardé un copullo para ti. En una botella rota guardé un copullo para ti. Y en una cerca sin brillo se enredaba el coralillo, floreciendo para ti. Basurero, basurero, que nadie quiere mirar. Basurero, basurero, que nadie quiere mirar. Pero sí sale la luna, pero sí sale la luna, pero sí sale la luna, tus latas van a brillar. Alitas de cucarachas llevadas al hormiguero, alitas de cucaracha ligero. Así quiero que en mi muerte, así quiero que en mi muerte, así quiero que en mi muerte me lleven al cementerio. A las cosas que son feas, pones un poco de amor. A las cosas que son feas, pones un poco de amor. Y verás que la tristeza, y verás que la tristeza, y verás que la tristeza va cambiando de color. Y verás que la tristeza va cambiando de color.
Thank you so much. That's tremendously beautiful. So can you say the name again of the woman who wrote it?
Teresa Fernández. Teresita Fernández. She
Ah.
already died, but
She died in 2013, but wrote songs for 3 generations of Cubans, all the children's songs, and they were similar, very nature-oriented and helping us to find beauty everywhere, you know.
That's beautiful. I think you said something, maybe you actually already said it just now in the room, but about her being sort of like the mother of, what did you say when we were chatting?
All our children in Cuba, she never had children of her own, but she had a huge family because all the children in Cuba, you know, to little cats, to owls. So she has a song for pretty much everything. And this is one that I keep singing when I grew up, because we really need that message of, you know, finding beauty, not in the material things, but in the ordinary, you know, daily life. So
these simple things.
So thank you so much for inviting and being so inclusive.
Thank you so much. That was so completely beautiful. We had a children's singer in the room with us last week, Ella Jenkins, who is now 90 something and 97, I think. And there were other musicians in the room from a younger generations who were talking about her impact. And I think now when we're in our country looking at so much divide and looking at children who are being raised inside of hate, that notion of children's music and the impact that people can have on communities of children who are being raised and helping them to see a more unified approach or a human approach or a love approach to life, I think it's more significant than ever. So in a similar way to Ella Jenkins being potentially a mother to many children in our culture, it's beautiful to have learned about Teresita, and did I say it right? And so I'm not sure if we have a link in the chat also for her, if we can. Thank you, Erin, you're amazing. Erin, go ahead.
Yeah, Joe, I was just going to say that Ella Jenkins was the recipient of the Magic Penny Award for the Children's Music Network, which is something that I've belonged to for many, many years. And it's they're having a big gathering this summer. I can find out more about it. I'm going to be part of as well with workshops and all different things. But the Children's Music Network is basically trying to is similar to the ideas of Daily Antidote and getting music everywhere, and you know, it's got to start right away before actually in mothers' bellies before the children are even born. Yeah,
exactly. So absolutely, that notion that babies can hear before they're actually out, right? So the ways in which we are formed before we actually know we're being formed, and what we can do if we're forming folks with beauty, which brings us right back to that notion of beauty being everywhere. So thank you so much, you guys. That was just amazing. And Elise, I didn't ask you this before, so if it's not a great plan, don't worry about it, but I'm wondering if we can sing a few more lines of the music being in our bodies and our souls before we depart today.
Great idea.
Yeah, let's just do the chorus. All right, everybody, in the key of B flat, which is apparently the key that the earth vibrates in. I heard somewhere. Yes. Here we go. Singing is in our Singing is in our soul, singing is in our body, singing is in our souls. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul.
All the harmonies.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul. Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul.
Last time, everybody.
Singing is in our soul, singing is in our bodies, singing is in our soul.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisette, Judith, and Elise. That was absolutely beautiful. So appreciative. And, you know, I think kind of like the idea that we were on a Daily Antidote theme song, or we're all thinking about harmony and about singing, couldn't have been made any better on this Saturday than to understand we are also resonating with the tone of the earth in the last music that we just put through our bodies as we leave today. So thank you again so much. Can we all
Thank
please
you.
give a
Thank you for having us.
thank you for being here, and thank you again to Erin and to Julia, both for running the tech today. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Thanks, gang, for being here today, and can't wait to sing with you again tomorrow. We're going to have the Women of Jubilee Voices in the room with us tomorrow, and that's always a treat to have lots of different squares singing to us. So please join tomorrow too.